Hi, and welcome back to Talk of the Town. The highly anticipated Vive la Paris, the Hilton Head Choral Society's Masterworks concert, will be held Friday, March 6th at 8 p.m. at First Presbyterian Church. Here to tell us more about the show, music director extraordinaire, Tim Reynolds.
Oh, I love the extraordinaire.
I loved that too. I was like, ooh, that sounds so good. So Tim, tell us a little bit about the spring concert this year. I mean, all about Paris. I mean, it's
one of those things when we were looking
concert.
at programming. Our spring concert is typically our more like classics sort of concert. So we've done musical journeys to other cities. We've gone to Vienna and we've gone to London, and so the Fauré Requiem, which is sort of the centerpiece of this concert, is a piece I've been wanting to do for a while. It's been quite a few years since we've done it. And it's a short piece. It's about half an hour, a little longer. So then that sort of got the juices flowing. What else could we sing that would be Parisian in sort of scope and inspiration? And then that led us to the repertoire for this concert.
And so, what are some of the musical that'll be featured?
Well, we start with the two Fauré pieces. The first one is a very short little piece called the Cantique de Jean Racine, which is written when Fauré was quite young, has very youthful sort of exuberance about it. It's the piece that won him the prize to get into the Paris Conservatory. And then the Fauré Requiem, which is just a gem of a piece. Very atmospheric and very romantic, and so that will be fun. Then we say we do musical whiplash at the intermission, and we come back and we do three Parisian-inspired jazz tunes.
Oh, isn't that fun?
We do the theme from the movie Charade, and then we do a Michel Legrand piece, Watch What Happens. And then we do a Georges Tenet piece, I Wish You Love, which will be nice. And then we end with the iconic Parisian musical, Les Miserables, with a big suite of music from that. So literally something for everyone in this concert.
Wonderful. Oh, it sounds wonderful. So what would you say had to be the most challenging concert you do each year?
Probably the spring one, because it tends to be, Christmas is Christmas, and the Pops concert is Pops concert, so this one has music that's a little more structured,
a little less familiar,
perhaps a little less familiar to some of the audience, So we try to do pieces that are interesting and beautiful, not terribly long, not terribly heavy. So the Fauré is the perfect match for that.
And how have the rehearsals been going?
Great.
Have they been going well?
A lot of the chorus is familiar with Fauré. They've done it at one point in time and another over their musical careers. Our concert is early this year. That's why we're trying to get the word out. It's about a month ahead of where it usually is. And that's just when you put all the calendars on a table and try to figure it out. This is the date that worked for everybody. So that was another reason for scheduling the Fauré. It wasn't like starting from scratch.
And so, are there guest artists who will participate or appear this
There are.
concert?
We have sort of a wide spectrum reach. The Fauré Requiem calls for baritone and soprano soloists. So Tony Offerly, who's head of the opera program at Florida, University of Florida in Gainesville, is coming up. And then we have a lovely soprano, Anna Foycht, who's coming down from Richmond, Virginia, who has some Charleston connections. That's kind of how our connection is. She's coming down to do the soprano in that. And then in the second half of the concert, Hilton Head's, favorite daughter, Lori Maurer, is coming to sing some of the jazz tunes with us, and then all three soloists will be in the suite of music from Les Mis.
Oh, that's going to be it's going to be amazing. So, do you speak any French?
Only enough to get in trouble.
So I'm not even going to ask you what you may or may not speak. So you've really the symphony's been selling out of the performances.
Symphony's had a great season.
It's been a great
Society's
season.
been having a great season.
I mean, really. I mean, and so how are ticket sales currently?
I think pretty well. I don't follow that terribly closely.
But I know that there are tickets at the door if there are any left. But normally, normally
we've been selling more and more reserved seats.
Which is a really good idea. Yeah. We have the website, we have the phone numbers, and I think people just need to, go there and book them ahead of time.
Yeah, and again, because we're a little early this season, we're trying to get the word out there to folks.
Okay, Tim, thank you so much for joining us today.
Merci.
And see you in Paris.
Thanks.
And we thank you so much for joining us on today's Talk of the Town.